members present, so we can go on. Pledge of allegiance and invocation. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ralph, your invocation word?
Dear Lord, we come to you again asking your guidance and your direction. We ask that you would direct us in the ways which are best for our city, for our citizens, and for our entire country. We ask that you would be with us, and we ask that you would watch over our first responders and our military, whether they're at home or whether they're away. These things we ask in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Ralph. Oh, all right. Next, question and comments from citizens that's not already on the agenda. I see none, so we'll move into the consent agenda. Item 5, consider take appropriate action on the minutes of the regular meeting of 04 August 2022. I believe you've got those in front of you.
I've read them, and I'll make a motion that we accept them.
Okay, we've got a motion to accept the minutes. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We've got a second. All right, all in favor, state aye. Aye. Any opposed, state nay. All right, motion carries. We'll move on to public hearings under 6, new building standards cases. We will go to 631 Deal Street, Block 1 through 3, Block 30, original town site.
Okay, so I've been in contact with the owner, and he's out of California. I can't remember exactly where, but we have been sending letters over the years to Victor Ibarra, who's here today, and he has requested that if we deal with him from this point on about the property, because he feels that if he would have been in the loop on what was going on at that property, that it would not be in that shape like it is today. So I told him that from this point on, everything will go to him. The reason everything went to Mr. Ibarra is because he said it belonged to his sister, and he was purchasing the property from the sister years ago. So that's why we kind of kept Victor as our contact. When I spoke to the owner at the beginning of this week, he was stating that he's willing to do what the board is asking of him. He just wants to hear from the board exactly what you guys want. I sent him pictures of the property and what we're expecting, but he just wants to see what the board is going to.
Okay, so you sent him a checklist on...
I sent him a text, not so much a checklist, but a text with pictures showing the deficiencies on the property.
Okay.
Well, first and foremost, it needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
And I don't think the pegboard on the door, or is that a window, is appropriate for securing it, is it?
And there's a portion of the southwest corner of that building, a big portion of it, where the roof is collapsed, and you can see from the, ground up through the ceiling, or through where the ceiling should be. So, and I know there have been people in and out of the building because Victor used it as storage and to work out of. So I did mention to the owner that he probably needs to get that stopped since that roof is in danger of collapsing, even more. I don't know if the pictures show, but the cinder blocks are also starting to separate where the mortars.
Yeah, that was my next question.
I did look at it today, but Victor did do a little bit of cleaning this week. So yesterday, there's quite a bit that did cleaned up, but it still wasn't in compliance.
I mean, you're right, it needs to be cleaned up, and then we need some ideas of his plans on how to get a new roof on it and take care of securing the building.
He is from California, like I said, and he said that he will try to make that next month's meeting. He thought he was pretty stressed out because he got that letter and thought he had to be here this week, haven't got it last week. So no, we wouldn't do that to anybody, but he said he is going to try to be here for the next month's meeting. And I think at this time, what we are recommending is, well, of course, we need a plan of action for that roof. We need the building secured.
Cleaned up.
Cleaned up. whatever needs to be painted needs to be painted, the wood that's rotted needs to be replaced. But like I said, I think the major thing at this point is to get it cleaned up,
Yes.
because it's been a nuisance for years. Victor, would you like to speak?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Come to the
Yes,
microphone.
sir.
Right here.
To the microphone.
Yeah. That way they can pick it up on tape.
Oh, right here?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, I'm gonna try and explain it, you know, I'm not speaking very good English, but I'm gonna try and explain it. You know, that building, I just trying to buy from my brother-in-law, he live in California. And I've been having troubles with, you know, people being break down, you know, vandalize my building. Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, they break all the windows around. Call the cops and they asked me, they know who did it? And I said, no, I don't. Second time, same stuff. I put the windows, break down, steal all my tools. And what else? Well, you know, the second time, well, the weather, you know, they blew my, the roof, half of the roof. Third time, you know, the pandemic, we can do anything by that time, you know. Everybody's sick and, you know, and trying to build money to repair it. But there was, you know, last year it was too high. Right now it's kind of low, you know, the material. So I just trying to do it the best I can, you know, because actually that's my building. You don't have to call my brother-in-law. I've been doing the taxes, I've been paying tax and all that. So this is my.
So on the deed, are you listed as the owner or as he?
Well, but I pay the taxes. He's the owner, but I pay the taxes and all that. You know, the what he told me, you know, that anything that happen, you know, they need to be do, I'm gonna do it. You know, like right now, you know, that I don't have to be here, you know, to all these, you know, because I know what they need. I like to have a good building, you know, for myself. You know, they look better for me. But, you know, the question right now is money, you know, and the weather, you know, the weather blow out the roof. And, you know, I got a bad luck with that building, but I'm gonna try to do this year, different luck. And, you know, the main thing is my, you know, the security, you know, because I'm gonna fix it. And I believe next time it's gonna be broke down. Somebody around here in Borger, they don't like me, or I don't know, but they've been breaking my windows. My house, I live in a city street. They've been my windows all the way around. And I have to move to Buena Vista, you know, because I sell my house and I moved to Buena Vista, and right now it's come down with my situation. But that's my situation, you know, I understand they have to clean. You know, I'm trying to make extra money because, you know, I work for the city. They don't, you know, my wages are very, very good. But, you know, I'm doing mechanic work. But, you know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to repair it this year, make it look the best building in the town.
Is your garage area full? In the building, is it full?
But I got a bunch of junk, you know, 2 cars and a few things inside.
And has the roof fallen in on that part, or have you
No,
cleaned it out?
that blew out from, you know, another side of the building.
Okay.
And I leave it like that, you know, I got I got the plans to fix it, but you know, the pandemic and, you know, the
Sure.
prices go rise
Oh, yeah.
and all that. Right now, it's kind of low, so I'm gonna try to do it this year. But I'm not gonna try, and I'm gonna do it.
I just wondered if you had enough room to put a lot of this stuff that's outside, inside the
Well, I'm
building.
gonna throw away. Well, I'm not gonna throw away, I'm gonna take it to the junk and,
Okay.
you know, I'm gonna get all of without that, you know.
How much time do you need to get the outside cleaned up?
I don't take very much, 1 week. I do it 1 week. You
And
know,
no
the only thing I'm gonna leave is the trailer that I have, you know, I got a trailer that I need to keep it, you know, the trailer, because it's the one I'm gonna,
No need to fix the windows, right? Just board them up, secure paint till it calms down?
well, I'm gonna try to fix all, you know, all to one time, you know, I'm gonna get a vacation for maybe 2 weeks and trying to fix it, everything.
Okay.
Okay, Victor, before you can work on that roof, you've got to have a permit to work on that roof.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get the permit.
And the
So-
other thing, if I could speak before we make any judgment or anything, but you have cleaned that property quite a few times over the years.
Yeah,
And every time it's right
Yeah.
back to, and sometimes
Yeah.
worse than you started.
yeah.
So you gotta
Yeah.
stay on it because our new code enforcement officer is gonna be watching that property and sending out letters, so, and it's not going to you anymore, it's going to your
Well,
brother-in-law.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, you know, my brother-in-law lives in California, he got a lot of things to do. And he told me, you know, he's gonna try to sell him or fix it, or he's gonna do something. But I'm gonna, for first place, gonna fix, clean it and fix it.
It used to be a nice building.
I need some, I don't know how long
Yeah, it
gonna
used
give
to
me
be.
time
Used to be a
for
nice
fix it.
Do you have enough property to have a fence?
Well, yeah, I can fence, 100 feet, no, 50 foot
Okay.
around it, but 125, or I think it's 120 something.
120, yeah.
Yeah, and, I can do that, but, this is what I'm saying, it takes
Sure.
money and time.
Money.
And all that, yeah.
I'm
But
with
what I'm
you.
gonna do is, fix the roof. There's one that look kind of bad, and the windows. I don't have the money to buy the windows. I can put some, like a cover, make it look better.
Yeah, you can plywood it and paint it.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So are you wanting us to make it for the next meeting for the guy from California, or you want us
For the
to?
actual owner, yeah.
You know
He-
what?
He told me personally that Victor wasn't gonna be the representative for the property, that the brother-in-law needed to receive all, communications from the city.
So he's saying he would be here at the next meeting?
Yes, that's what he said.
So this is
But in the
sorry.
meantime, you're gonna clean it up.
Yeah,
We'll
well,
start
but,
cleaning up, yeah.
Now, what him and Victor what he's telling Victor, I don't know. All I can say is what he's told me.
but it's necessary to he show up or do, like this kind of meetings. Because I'm in charge for the building. I've been with that building for almost 10 years.
I understand.
Actually, I'm the owner, because I pay the taxes.
But he's still on record as the owner,
Yeah.
Victor. Until you get that building under your name, he's still the owner of that building.
Oh, okay.
I'll make a motion that we just review it at the next meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second to review this at the next meeting, which we plan on being the 6th of October. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed state nay. Okay, motion carries.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
all right.
Thank you, Victor.
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, we will move now to item 7, continued cases pending
All right, thank you.
Thank you, have a great day, be careful, stay safe. Pending commission action, so we're gonna go to 7A, which is 603 East 11th Street, Block 14 and 15, Block 6, North Side Edition. And we're supposed to go down this list, right?
Is this the
Or
code
is this for
violation? Is
Karen?
that what you're looking at?
No, that's ours,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's,
I haven't seen
Do
it.
I need to do that? I hate attorneys. All right, so we're gonna open a public hearing on this item.
you can do all of them, open a public hearing on.
Yeah, we're gonna open a public hearing on 7A through 7D. We're gonna handle them individually before we close this public hearing. So, 603 East 11th Street.
But
Okay.
You need to close it before you do a motion, so, talk about all of them, and then close it, and then take the motions on.
On each one?
On each one.
Okay.
All right.
So we have not heard from Mr. Jones, and we haven't received any updated plans, have we, Shelby? And visiting with Larry this morning, Larry feels like we need to recommend order to demolish on this property at this time.
We've worked
Long time.
with Jones, with Leroy's boy, Cornell, for how long on this building?
Well, I remember at least a couple of years, because me and
Yeah.
Al went in there, police officer here today, we went in there and took pictures of that building, and he was still city marshal back then.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Joe Price was still here when we
And
started.
I understand he keeps saying we're trying to get it up to code, but I don't see a whole lot of action being taken. And he's, put those metal doors up, I don't know when they went up, but it doesn't do a whole lot of good with the metal door and the inside door not
Open.
closed yet. So, I would make a motion to demolish it.
Okay. We have a motion to order this structure to be demolished. Do I have a second?
It's hard.
If
Yeah, it's
not-
hard for me, because I see quite a few that are in a lot worse shape, but that's why I'm having a problem with it.
No, you wanna look at it next time, I'll rescind my motion, that's not a problem.
But what? Has he been in contact with y'all at all?
No.
I mean, I know what we're looking for. I'm just hoping that he would get his stamp and be done.
Which wouldn't, he could appeal, he wouldn't go to the council until the 18th. If he wanted to appeal, and then they would have, then he could talk to them. If he doesn't, then it'd go on through.
But even if we
he's got that 10
did
days.
decide to demolish, how long is it gonna be before we can even start?
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
while, especially with that being a commercial building.
Yeah.
But once it's filed, it's filed.
Yeah,
You
once it's filed.
can't back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once it's ordered,
So
if
he
he
can
if he
appeal to the
doesn't,
council, and then after the council's decision, if they uphold our decision, or the board's decision, then he has 30 days to go to district court with it.
Yes, how long?
30 days after the council's decision, but that 30-day, if he challenges that, that's only challenging our process. That's not really, to reverse
the decision on the property.
And he hasn't contacted you.
He hasn't contacted us this time, and the last time,
I was gonna say the last set of plans I received had it been end of February, beginning of March.
yeah.
We've had a meeting with him since then.
Yeah,
You met with him last month.
yeah, he was here last month.
Yeah.
That's when his architect had died.
Yes.
Or somebody,
And he was looking for someone, yes.
his engineer had died.
That person that was with him, whatever they were.
That's his architect, but the one that passed away was the engineer that
Yeah.
was standing. Waiting for his son to find where it was.
Thoughts?
I'm just not there yet.
Well, and I keep
That's
thinking,
me.
it is, it is secure other than the door being open.
Yeah. I just see, if they get it, which that's the thing, if you get it, secure it, keep it maintained, I feel like there's a lot of other worse properties that could be demoed
Before this one.
before that. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
It's just, it's,
You're right, there's a lot of other properties. In fact, we've got some on here that are way
Yeah.
worse off
Yeah.
and I
than
saw,
that one.
yeah, it's like, when I was looking at the one at Coolidge today, I'm going, golly, and these are ones people are living in, they're
Yeah.
a lot worse than this.
Yes.
And it's pretty bad.
Now, is it currently secured?
That front steel door is locked. but the interior door is open.
Still open, yeah.
So, I mean, you're allowing access for varmints, and even a small kid, I feel, could probably get between those bars. I mean, we're looking at it from that safety standpoint when we look at this
Well,
stuff.
it was the same
And
way
it's
last.
been that way for 6 months.
Yeah.
So they haven't even made an attempt to drive by the property to,
Well, we told him about it when he was here at the last meeting,
And it's
that the
still-
door was open, and
Then it's, yeah, it hadn't moved.
he didn't. When I went by there, it was still the same way today, so.
Yep, it was. Of course, I feel like if it was anybody but Cornell, we'd already condemned it a long time ago. Depending on who it was.
I mean, we have worked with him.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't know that I'm there yet either. I would like to be able to say we've been over backwards
So you want to push it to
Well,
next,
more than,
next
I'll say
meeting?
this, it's been more than 2 years since we started, and it's exactly where it was 2 years ago, except the door's open now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you want to give him an opportunity to come see us, we can review it next week.
Give him
I mean,
next meeting,
time.
and then if not,
I'm good with
Follow
that.
from there.
I'm good with that.
okay.
Well, I'll make that motion. We meet with him at our next meeting to explain to him the situation. Go
We're
from there.
done. Second.
All in favor say, or all in favor say aye?
Oh, do we vote yet?
Oh, we're going to close the public hearing. Phew. Thank you. You got a motion?
Yes.
Got a motion, we got a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, nay. Motion carries. God, I hadn't done this in forever.
You're doing good.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
When I send him the letter that he's supposed to be at the next meeting, what all does he need to explain?
As far as, well, he needs to come and visit with us and discuss his plans and where he's at with the property.
And ensure that it is secured
Yes,
prior to him being here.
yes.
Well, they told us last time, though, that the next meeting, they would have their engineering stamp and ready to go, right?
Yes.
That's what we want.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
And he does need to have the building secure.
Yeah.
But he's, is that why they're not here, is because they didn't get the engineering stamp? Probably.
They didn't let us know this.
But at least show up and tell him,
That's it.
or at least call and say, yeah, communicate, yep. All right,
I'm at work at Emerald or whatever.
It would have been easy to vote to condemn without him here, so,
a lot easier.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, 322 West Coolidge, which is Lot 19, the west half of Lot 20, Block 19, Isom Edition. We will now open the public hearing for this item. John?
Okay, so Mike Morrow is involved with the property. He says he's not the owner or he's not the guy in control of the property, but he's the guy that's setting up the sale for the property. So when I spoke to him today, he told me that he is selling it to the neighbor has paid the lawyer's fees for him, and that they're supposed to have emailed us a copy of the contract or something. And we haven't seen anything. He was here last meeting, I guess, before the meeting, but didn't come to the meeting. And when I mentioned to him this morning that we were gonna require him to be here for next month's meeting, he pretty much, said that he wasn't gonna be able to be at next month's meeting either. So, I don't know what Mike Morrow's real role in this whole thing is. He's given us a name of a lady that's bought it, and me and Larry visited yesterday, and we would kind of like to get her in here too, along with Mr. Morrow, to make sure she knows what she's getting into, because I didn't get to go into the property, I wasn't here at that time, but Larry says it's full of mold in the basement. So I don't know if she's even aware of that. But, I mean, it's another one of those deals where we've given this guy some time, and he really hasn't done much other than hire somebody to mow it, I think.
Yeah, they did get it
But he
mowed, I
tore
mean,
the
that,
porch down, I had to take that
I
back.
think the last thing was, he didn't want to probate the will.
Well, now, yes, the neighbors probate the will, paying.
paying to probate the will.
Yeah, that's what,
He said that he had gotten a Western Union check from them for whatever money it takes to probate the will.
And is that the lady that,
yeah. Well, I believe so, I'm not really sure. I don't know.
402 West Goodrich.
Yeah,
Okay, next door.
but he said that, I
West.
guess Larry has asked him to start with the roof on that building, on that structure, and he doesn't think it needs a roof. He said he was a roofer and owned a roofing company and didn't believe it needed a roof at this time.
Doesn't want to spend the money. So are you gonna contact the lady?
Well, we will try. We don't know who she is. She lives at 402, you said? That's Coolidge. But we are gonna require that he's here next meeting. So we were gonna mention that too, that she comes in. I'll get with Larry and see how he wants to handle that as far as the lady goes. Yeah.
The roof on the cupola is all right, but I don't see as how the other roof is worth
Is it
it.
any good? No. All right, anything else, John?
Oh, no, sir.
All right, we'll close the public hearing, and now we can discuss the property.
Well, if they're in the process of transferring it to someone else, and they've already got, they're starting the probate on the will,
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to review next meeting.
All right, we've got a motion to review this on the next meeting.
Yeah, and I don't know if we could add that both parties need to be present, or I feel like we could send it on down the road.
Yeah. And any documentation.
Second?
Okay, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, state nay. Okay, motion carries. All right. C, 310 West Grand to Lot 30 and 31, Block 20, Isom Edition. We'll open the public hearing. All right, John.
Yeah, I haven't heard from this gentleman, but he removed the junk vehicle. It's gone. The fence, I think, still needs attention. And I visited with Larry about, this property, and he doesn't want to cut it loose until the fence has been dealt with. We also were requiring him to get a remodel permit because he's still got plumbing and electrical issues that are unsafe for anybody being in that structure. And, just going off his notes from last time, the roof, I haven't seen it come free since then either. It hasn't come in.
No, he just got it covered.
is that the code?
No, it is not. A lot of people try to get away with that.
I appreciate him moving the vehicle.
Yes,
He could
it
have
was
done a
good
little
to
bit
be.
better fencing for not much money.
Well, I take it back. I did hear from him, I'm sorry, late yesterday. He called and asked about the meeting, so I'm surprised that he's not here. He asked about the time and everything.
I would say he's been in all the meetings.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been real cordial about that.
And I guess we recommend, like I said, that we don't turn it loose till it gets the fence fixed on the property. Either that or remove it.
Did you let him know about the fence?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
No, I don't think we need to remove it.
No.
No,
I think if we're gonna do
60.
anything, talk to him, have him come in next month.
is that a motion?
I will make that a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, we've got a motion to review this at the next meeting and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, state nay. Motion carries. Give me just a second here. 2022, okay. All right. Next one we've got is 800 Wittenberg Street, Block 17 and 18, Block 9, original town site. We'll open the public hearing.
okay, so I spoke to the owner on record, who is Veronica
About
Espinoza.
73?
And she did say that she had an attorney and a realtor or whatever take care of the paperwork, and they've transferred over to, what was her name? Tyreek and his, anyway, to that couple. They transferred it into their names, but they haven't done their part and got it filed, so she said she's done her part. She can't get a hold of them to get it down to the county and take care of their end of it. And with that being said, I drove by the property today, and they did what we
on it a
asked
little
them to
bit.
do,
Yeah.
but that's about it. Right now, the property is out of compliance as far as our nuisance skill with the code enforcement.
Yeah.
But we have the two structures in the back, and Tyreek said he would eventually, you know, at some point demolish those himself, since we are so backed up on our demolitions in that area. It'll probably be 3 or 4 years before we could get to those.
Oh, wow.
properties. Yeah. So he's gonna try and help us by demolishing them himself. But other than that, I mean, he's pretty much done what we asked of him for the exterior of that property.
So what are you recommending?
You know what? Larry and I didn't get that part yesterday, but
Uh-oh.
I would recommend that we go ahead and, you know, get them off the board and let them deal with those little things, and then the demolition, he'll just have to come in and get a demo permit and, you know, do that work on his own.
Is the daughter living there?
I don't know if anybody's there right now, to tell you the truth.
Has it been cleaned up at all?
She was there. You know, when she was there, she was cleaning almost daily out there, so
Yeah.
it makes me think she's probably not there anymore, because the weeds are overgrown, but she was taking care of all that.
So if we remove it, do you inform them that they've been removed?
We'll send them something, it'll show the decision of the board.
I hate to do that, because they might stop everything altogether.
Yeah,
That's what my complaint is, a lot of people get 90% done and we remove them and then they quit.
Yeah.
Or it gets worse.
The only thing we brought before the board was 800 Wittenberg. That's not including the back
To
structures.
the back, yeah.
You know,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. I think for the most part, they've done what we asked them on that front structure.
but it's still completely out of compliance. The roof, it's covered so they can't get in.
Secure now.
But the roofing, I'm thinking about the neighbors. You know, they're looking at this thinking, you know, are we doing anything about it? That's why I don't think we need to remove it.
And that will be your guys' decision.
I think we ought to have them come in next meeting and say, okay, where do you stand on it? Have you sold it? Have you processed the paper? Both sets. People that own it and the ones that buy it. And, you know, where do you stand on this?
Is that a motion?
Yeah, I'll make it as a motion.
Second.
Okay, all right. I have a motion to review this property at the next meeting. And I got a second? All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, state nay. Motion carries.
Is that gonna be that they need to have it in their name by the next meeting, or?
Or, yeah, bring documentation, bring whatever they've got, and both of them be here. If to me, if they've closed on the house, only the new owner needs to be here.
Yeah. We'll need to talk to the new owners.
Yeah,
It'd
talk
be
to
all
them.
the different.
Well, the new owners are the people that have been coming. That's
Yeah.
the new owner.
The lady that sold it lives down south, and she sold it to the people here, they just haven't got it paperwork in their name yet.
But they aren't together, right?
The husband and wife are not, but their daughter was living in the house.
I got that. I'm just saying, is that why they're not getting their paperwork accomplished?
I really don't know.
Okay.
That paperwork does need to be accomplished on it.
Yeah.
And we need to see it.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's the lady down south that's got to take care of it.
Even if she's passed it to them, from her part, she's still the owner of record. And her being the owner of record, really, that's the one we're supposed to be talking to. Isn't it?
Yeah, but she's got it all, you know, ready for them to go. It's there, they're not doing.
But she could give us permission to talk to them.
Yeah.
And she pretty much has done that.
Yeah. It'd just be nice to get the paperwork done.
Yeah.
I bet there's an issue with that.
You think?
Yeah. I'm not the smartest tack in the box. All right, after we considered, take appropriate action to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
We got a motion?
I'll second.
We got a second. Thanks, everybody, for their time and their effort. Make sure I've dotted everything, crossed it, signed them.
Yeah, their issue is they got divorced and they won't communicate with one another.
What they did for the daughter.
I don't want to go down that road.
I've never been through
I
that.
don't get people.
I hadn't either, I felt like it a few times though.
No,
It's kind of like, you know, learn to
said 100 times, just
You
clean
just
the
daily
place
said your
up.
50th anniversary.